Hello hockey fans and welcome to Inside the WCHA. I'm Ryan Phelps. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you want the best seat in the house this playoff season, check out WCHA.tv. There you can stream any game on any device. 8 teams started the weekend in search of the Jeff Sauer WCHA Championship Trophy, but the field has been cut in half. Most of the top seeds moved on to the semifinals this weekend, but not all of them. The most likely road victor is obviously in the 4-5 matchup, Michigan Tech at Bemidji State, but the Beavers have Bitzer. They get going early on home ice, up 2-1 early second, and on the power play, Brendan Harris sets up the play, then heads to the net. The puck would soon follow. Off the Justin Bowdry shot, Harris is there for the putback, and BSU is cruising. Tech would get one back, so it's 3-2 getting late in the third. Too many power play chances for the Huskies. Jake Lucchini driving the left wing wall. Great move, and he tries to pass it. It ends up back on his stick, and the backhander ties the game with less than 7 minutes to play. Bemidji State with 38 minutes in penalties. That's just too much. Even strength now, 90 seconds to play. Dylan Stamen wins the draw. Seamus Donahue scores. Tech roars from behind with 4 unanswered goals. They win 5-3 in Game 1. They were 2 for 7 on the power play. Saturday, the fans are ready, but so are the Huskies. They don't miss a beat. With far fewer PPs, opening minute, Bemidji just can't clear it out of danger. It bounces right to Mitch Ranke, and he busts a water bottle. 1-0 Michigan Tech. A couple minutes later, they're not done, but they're down a man. Shorthanded 2-on-1. El Esperance to Lucchini. Beautiful move, and it's Tech by 2. Beavers pull within 1 as we head to the third. Another Husky power play. They had lots of practice this weekend. They nearly give it away, but Ranke gathers and shoots. Justin Misiak gets a piece of it, and it's 3-1. Each team would score 3 in the third. Bemidji State would get 2 back with the extra attacker, but too little, too late. Tech wins 5-4 to complete the road sweep. They were 3 of 9 on the power play for the weekend, and they might extend their stay in Minnesota. Top-seeded Minnesota State hosting number 8 Alaska. Mavericks claimed the McNaughton Cup last weekend, and they weren't messing around. Tied at 1 midway through the first, Reggie Lutz in on the forecheck, causes the turnover. It ends up out front, and Lutz finishes. Top corner makes it 2-1. But the Nanooks aren't going away. MSU penalty just expiring, and Tristan Thompson is firing. Connor Lecuvier never sees it, and Alaska is within 1. 30 seconds later, and the Mavericks are back on the attack. Daniel Brickley with the initial shot. It goes right to Max Cota, who knocks it in, and Minnesota State turns up the heat. With Jake Jaremko scoring just 18 seconds later, they add 3 more to win 8-2 on Friday to take Game 1. They peppered 2 Alaska goaltenders with 39 shots. It was a different start on Saturday. Lance West and the Nanooks already on the power play less than a minute in. Zach Fry's shot gets a lively bounce off the dasher, and Taylor Munson taps it in for a 1-0 lead. Same score midway through the first. Mavericks D-men getting involved, and it's not Daniel Brickley. It's Edwin Hookinson. The wrister top shelf ties the game at 1. MSU adds another, and it's 2-1 early third. Shorthanded, and speed kills. Nicholas Rivera on the break. Terrific backhand finish. Minnesota State scores 4 in the third to win 6-2. And again on 39 shots. They sweep and head to round 2. Let's head to Ohio. 3-seeded Bowling Green hosting number 6 Ferris State, who climbed 2 spots in the standings in the final week of the regular season. Scoreless late first, great forecheck by Tyler Spezia and Mitchell McLean. You can't give Brandon Cruz that much room or he'll burn you. That's his 7th, and it's 1-0 home team. Late second, same score. Ferris State power play, long pass by Joe Rutkowski, and again, too much time and space. Jason Tackett tries to pass, but it hits the goalie, Ryan Bednard, and we're tied at 1. 3 periods weren't enough, so we're heading to overtime. Tyler Spezia starts the rush from his knees. McLean takes it all the way, looks off the defender. The save is made by Darren Smith, but Cruz bangs home the rebound for the O-team winner. 2-1 the final. Smith made 62 saves on the night, but couldn't get the W. Back for more at the Madhouse on Mercer Saturday. Falcons are flying early. Max Johnson's shot goes right to Jacob Reichart. He blasts one off the end boards, and Sam Craigs out of mid-air pokes it in. 1-0 Bowling Green. Later in the first, Falcons with the man advantage. They get it down low to Stephen Bayless. Beautiful feed in front, and Max Johnson is there to put it away, and it's 2-0. They would score the game's first 3 goals. Alec Rahauser adds one early in the second, and that would prove to be the game winner. 5-2 the final. Smith with another 32 saves for 94 on the weekend. But the 3-seed Bowling Green moves on to round 2 for the 8th straight year. Our final playoff hotspot is Marquette. Northern Michigan cruising 7-1 on Friday over Alabama Huntsville. They start the scoring on Saturday. Jordan Klimek on the half wall, just like you draw it up. Troy Loggins, the one-timer, and the Wildcats are up 1. Chargers trying to get one back. Huntsville native Josh Kessner hit the post on a breakaway earlier. This time, he pulls the trigger from the hash marks and ties the game at 1. Each team would add a goal, and we're tied at 2 in the final minute of regulation. Go with the hot hand, Kessner. He goes coast to coast. Patient with the puck, finds his spot, and nets the game winner. 3-2 the final as Alabama-Huntsville wins their first ever WCHA playoff game to tie the series at 1. Things heating up on Sunday. Winner takes all. Tied at 1 early second. Chargers on the power play. They work it up top. The one-timer by Kurt Goslin is tipped by Max McHugh, and UAH has their second lead of the weekend. Cats with their backs against the wall. They're pressuring. Joseph Nardi with some great puck control, fighting off checks, puts it in front, and Mitch Slattery smacks it in to tie the game at 2. That gets the home crowd going. Later in the second, Northern Michigan power play. Phil Ballou dancing. He spots Loggins, and he buries the one-timer. Wildcats score 4 straight to win 5-2 and clinch the best-of-3 series. For the Chargers, Kessner, he scored his 24th goal of the season, which ties a modern-era UAH record. Nice way to go out for the senior. So here are the second-round matchups for the WCHA playoffs. Number 1 Minnesota State will host the 5-seed Michigan Tech, and it's number 3 Bowling Green at Northern Michigan. Like this past weekend, these will be best-of-3 series, with the winners meeting up for a 1-game final on March 17th. Home ice goes to the top remaining seed. Before we head out, let's take a look at our weekly awards. Our Offensive Player of the Week is Troy Loggins of Northern Michigan, who lifted the Wildcats past Alabama-Huntsville with 7 points in their 3-game quarterfinal series, including a career-best 4 points in Sunday's decisive Game 3. With the Wildcats season hanging in the balance, the junior scored 2 goals and had 2 assists in the 5-2 victory, including the tie-breaking game-winning goal. He scored a goal in all 3 games this series with a 2-point effort in Friday's 7-1 win. Our Defensive Player of the Week, his teammate Phil Ballou, who recorded multiple points in all 3 games, leading the NCAA with 8 points and 7 assists. The sophomore had a goal and 2 assists in Friday's victory, set up both NMU goals in Saturday's 3-2 loss, then had 3 helpers in the Wildcats' 5-2 Game 3 triumph, including the primary assist on Loggins' game winner. Our goalie of the week is Ryan Bednard of Bowling Green, who had one of his best weekends in a Falcons uniform, leading the WCHA with 2 wins, a .957 save percentage, which was second best nationally, and a 1.36 goals against average, 4th in the NCAA. The Florida Panthers product tallied 67 saves while allowing just 3 goals as the number 17 Falcons swept Ferris State to win a postseason series for an NCAA best 8th straight season. And the Rookie of the Week is Jared Spooner of Minnesota State, as he tied for the overall NCAA lead with a +6 rating and tied for the national rookie lead with 4 assists, helping number 3 Minnesota State sweep its quarterfinal round series against Alaska. The freshman had 3 assists, 5 shots on goal, and was a +3 in Friday's win, then had an assist, 3 shots on goal, and another +3 rating in Saturday's clincher. That's it for this week. Tourney time continues with Friday's semifinals. One more best-of-3 series this weekend, followed by a single-game championship on March 17th. And don't forget, you can catch all the action at WCHA.tv, where they come to play, we come to watch. Stream any game on any device. Thanks again for joining us. We'll be back next week, and until then, I'm Ryan Phelps saying so long from St. Paul.